this tutorial, I'm going to show you how security rules work in PageTiger, when to use them, and how to choose the right option for your documents. Whether you're sharing content with employees, customers, or external audiences, security rules help ensure the right people can access your documents while giving you the level of protection and tracking that you need. Choosing the right security rule can improve both security and reporting while creating a better experience for your readers. Password protection is a quick and simple way to restrict access, and it's best suited to situations where the audience is trusted. Email captcha helps identify readers and improve reporting, but it doesn't verify their identity. Reader login verifies a reader's email address and allows them to create their own secure password, reducing the risk of unauthorized access. Access can then be managed based on email or email domain. If your organization already uses employee numbers or unique identifiers, employee number allows readers to identify themselves before accessing content. Single sign-on provides a seamless experience using your organization's existing login system. IP address restrictions limit access to specific networks or locations. Badge security rules are ideal for gated learning experiences. Expected visitor lists allow you to restrict access to a predefined group of approved readers and can help you easily identify who has engaged with your content and who may require a follow-up. All security rules are managed from one central location. And to access them, simply click on Documents, then Settings, and select Security Rules. Now give your security rule a clear and descriptive name. This makes it much easier to identify later, especially if your account contains multiple rules. A consistent naming convention can save you time, and it can make ongoing administration so much easier. Disable search engines controls whether search engines can index your document. For public-facing content, you may want search engines to discover your document. For internal or confidential content, it's usually best to disable indexing. All new security rules will disable search engines by default. Password protection adds a shared password requirement before readers can access a document. Readers simply enter the password to continue. However, because passwords can be shared between readers, this option isn't recommended for highly confidential information. This option works well for low-risk content or situations where you need a quick and easy way to limit access. If you need to identify readers as well as protect the document, then you should consider combining password protection with email captcha. Email captcha asks readers to enter an email address before accessing a document. This is a great option when you want to understand who's engaging with your content while still providing a simple reader experience. You can choose whether providing an email address is required or optional. And if you would like to add another layer of security, email capture can also be paired with password protection. Now, when readers open the document, they will be prompted to enter their email address before continuing. However, it's important to remember that email capture identifies readers, but it doesn't authenticate them. Readers can still enter an email address that doesn't belong to them. Reader login authenticates readers using their email address and allows them to create their own secure password. Now, when readers open the document, they will be prompted to sign in using their email address and password. It can also be configured to allow or deny access based on specific email addresses or domains. Save the security rule once you're happy with the settings. Once authenticated, readers can immediately access the content they are authorized to view. And because readers have verified accounts, Reader Login provides a more secure and accountable way to protect your content. Employee number requires readers to identify themselves using their employee number or a unique identifier before accessing content. This option works particularly well for organizations that already use employee numbers or unique identifiers, or if the readers may not have an email address, such as warehouse employees or drivers. Once configured, you can save the security rule. Readers will now be prompted to enter their employee number or unique identifier before continuing. And because the employee number is captured, organizations can better understand which employees have accessed specific documents. IP address restrictions allow you to limit access to specific networks and locations. This can be useful when content should only be available from a company office or secure network. And once the approved addresses have been added, only readers connecting from those locations will be able to view the content. Badge security rules allow you to restrict access based on whether a reader has been awarded a badge in a previous document. This is particularly useful for gated learning experiences and multi-stage training programs. For example, a reader may need to complete Level 1 training before they can access Level 2 content. And because badges need to be awarded to a known reader, badge security rules must be paired with reader login, employee number, or single sign-on. An expected visitor list, or EVL, allows you to define exactly who should have access to a document. Rather than allowing anyone to enter their details, only readers who appear on the approved list can gain access. And you can even apply multiple EVLs to the same security rule. And when readers attempt to access the document, their details are checked against the approved list. This can be particularly useful for events, compliance activities, or communications intended for a specific audience. EVLs are designed to work alongside reader login, employee number, or single sign-on. Once you've created your security rule, you will need to apply it to your document. Simply choose the appropriate security rule from the list and save your changes. Security rules help you share content confidently, giving you control over who can access your documents and how they interact with them. So by choosing the right approach for your audience, you can create a secure experience that works for both administrators and readers.